We're talking about the Rebel V5 and the 4. Welcome back to the channel. I'm Cody with The Shoeing with Cody, and today we got ourselves a good one. We are doing a comparison video between the New Balance Rebel V5 and the 4. A lot of you are wondering, should I buy the 5 or should I grab this 4 while it's super cheap? In this video, I'm going to break down how they're similar and some of the differences that I think maybe might sway you which different direction. Now, before I dive into any of this, I do want to point out these shoes were provided to me by New Balance last year, this year, but they have no idea what I'm going to say in this video, and they have no control over any of the content I do. I just like to point that out. I also have a big favor to ask you. Hit the like button and smash the subscribe button. You know you want to. It costs you absolutely nothing, and it definitely helps the channel. Now let's sit back, relax, and let's talk about the Rebel V5 and the 4. All right, to kick this off, I'm going to talk about how they're similar. And honestly, from the eye, you're probably gonna go, they look very similar, and you're not gonna be wrong with that. The shape of the midsole, how they do the cutout here, even like the upper, very similar. Just take a look at the upper. Very similar. The uppers, besides the design and slight change, so they're very similar. Personally, I think they fit really similar, like your heel counter and the breathability. That is one thing. Again, I'm going to talk about the upper, not the tongue. The upper, very similar. The midsole, again, the shape of it, very similar. Both of them are still a 6mm drop shoe. So you're still going to have that same drop if that is what you're looking for. They did change the height a little bit, but again, that is one of the big differences. They are both using fuel cell, which honestly is one of my favorite fuel cells out there. Now, they're both using fuel cell, but this is a slight different formulation, and I'll get that what the difference is. And again, same price, same kind of look, same foam that they're using, slight modifications, which I think is going to be a big difference. So again, honestly, if you're asking me, Cody, hey, how are they similar? They look similar. They have similar specs, but they're not the same shoe. And I think that's going to be a big decider. I think some people are going to go, I like this, ooh, I like that. And there is going to be a fork in the road for you to decide which one do you want. So again, for me personally, the similarities are how they look, similar materials, similar outsole, similar drop, and that's kind of it. I talked about how they're similar, and which wasn't a lot. Probably one of the shortest sections I've had in quite some. Now I'm going to talk about how they're different. So again, one of the things I mentioned, it is both the same fuel cell. And I know a lot of you are going to ask me about that. This new fuel cell is a little softer and a little bouncier to me personally. This fuel cell feels fantastic as like a daily trainer. It feels nice underfoot. I can get those easy miles in. I can pick the pace up a little bit, and I can go longer in it now. This doesn't feel like it's capped out. I feel like the previous version, I could cap that at a certain distance, not anymore. So this foam is a little bit softer. This foam, I'm gonna say, is not as soft, but it's a little bit more responsive. So in this one, I said easy runs, maybe recovery runs or long runs. This one, I was dropping the hammer down. That's what that fuel cell felt like. I was in the low 6s, and I was, boom, it felt more responsive. So this one's gonna be a little bit bouncier. Personally, I find this one to be a little more reactive. The other difference I'm gonna point out, and I said the upper is similar, but not the tongue. You're gonna look at this tongue is a little bit more, on the 4, is a little bit more stripped down. And the materials, there's not much there, right? It's not a bad tongue. I like the tongue. The tongue on this 5, I feel like the gusseted is a little bit better, and I find the materials to be a little bit nicer on my foot, especially when I'm going longer in the shoe. Again, both tongues, not bad. They're both gusseted, but this one is a little bit softer to the touch, and I like the gusseted aspect of it a little bit better. The other difference are, this one is, I think, 7.4 ounces, and this one is 7.6 ounces. So it gained a little weight. So this one's a little bit lighter, guys. This one, the 4, it feels lighter, but in hand, I don't know. And maybe some of y'all are better than me that can feel that 0.2. Me personally, I can't feel it. But there's the trade-off, right? So with this, you get 2 more, you 0.2, but you also get 2 more millimeters a stack in the heel. And that's the big difference for me, folks. That is the big difference. You get more stack, which allows me, I know people are like, oh, it's only 2 millimeters. That's a big difference sometimes in running shoes. This feels like more of a daily trainer. This personally to me felt like more like a speed day shoe. I can get on the track, I can rip out some repeats. This is more of a speed day shoe. This feels more like a daily trainer. And personally, I'm here for that. So personally, again, softer, a similar upper, very different tongue in my opinion. They also improved the traction here. I think it's slightly better. I wouldn't say, wow, it's so much better. I know they made an emphasis to make this better. It's better. It's not that much better. The foam feels fantastic in the 5. But again, it's a little bit bouncier, a little less responsive. You can go a little bit further, but you can't go as fast. So again, those are kind of the big differences to me. And there are big differences. And I think that's going to be a deciding factor for some of you guys. So at this point, you're probably spinning. Your head's like, where am I going with this, Cody? Which one should I buy? I can't tell you which one to buy, but I'm hoping to give you the information you're looking for. So right now, I've seen the Rebel V4 for like 88 bucks. If you're looking for a daily trainer that you can do speed work in, that you want to go fast in, feel comfortable doing it, get some easy miles in, but can't go too far. I capped out around 8-9 miles on this shoe. Go buy this one. 88 bucks, something like that, steal. If you want a more, you love FuelCell, and you want that more traditional daily trainer, a little bit more stack, you can do those easy runs in, you can get those long runs in, then buy the 5. Honestly, buy the 5. I really like this shoe. This is a top 5 daily trainer for me personally right now. I like the updates they made, the 2 millimeter stack. It makes a difference to me. I don't feel like it bottoms out as much. Again, I don't feel the ground as much, but it doesn't bottom out as much. I can go longer distance. I can go in that double digits easily with this shoe. This feels like a little bit more of a versatile shoe, whereas this one felt like a speed day shoe. Again, I like both of these shoes. Do not get me wrong. One of my favorite shoes in 2024, one of my favorite shoes in 2025, but they're just different shoes now. And you have to understand that. Faster, longer. That's kind of how I'm going to break that up. Again, if you can get this one on a super deal and you're not looking to go long enough, yeah, pick this one up. If you want to try the Rebel V5, yeah, I think you're going to be really happy with it. Just change your expectations. You won't be able to go as fast, but it's more comfortable, it's more responsive. Oh, and it's also a little bit more stable, personally to me, and I think it just gets the job done. So there you have it. That's my comparison between the 4 and the 5, and hopefully I'm giving you some information to determine which one you should buy. Let me know what you think. Are you planning on picking up the 5, or are you going to stick with the 4? Drop a comment down below. Remember to hit the like button, smash the subscribe button, and until next time, I'll see you all out on the run.